It goes to show like the power of the gold back then. Like I think like 1851 saw 40,000 people flock here. You know what I mean when I say big? Big. 3 people were actually hung here. Old blokes, what are you even talking about, buddy? Sorry, I'm not going up there. I'm gonna have to get somebody else to cover that video. Good morning, everyone. What's happening? This is a little freestyle video I've decided to do on Bendigo. Bendigo's in the heart of the goldfields. It's a major, you wouldn't really call it a town now, it's probably more so a city. So there's like over 100,000 people here. And I think it's pretty cool, man. I think you guys are gonna like it. This building, right from the start, what a cracker. Look at those lines and shit hanging off the side of it. This joint's massive. I mean, no expense spared anywhere. Everything's solid as blacksmith style building. Big grand staircases, plenty of money to chuck around at it. Look at this. Look at these. What are they, like dragons or something? What do you reckon that'd be worth, just that? Look how grand this joint is. Almost forgot to mention too, I took a couple of pictures some time ago at the front of this building. I'll show you. I took some of the shamrock up there as well. Originally this was their post office. So the mailing system obviously had a fair bit of money to spend. Look at the front of it. Talk about no detail spared, like none. I'd love to get up the top and get a look around. I don't know what the idea of this area in here is. It's like a, I don't know, a fenced off void. Is that like a little moat to keep the bad people out or something? There's like a neighbouring building that matches it. There's like a full pair of them. Talk about fine architecture. Look at the steeples and shit all hanging up the top here. All the forged castings on all the railing up there. It is crazy. It is crazy. I'm gonna go inside. This is like a, I think it's like, in retrospect to the Aboriginal people, like the true original founders of the land. Look at this architecture, mate. What a building. The fact that it's all modernised like this, it sort of annoys me a little bit. I wanted to see more of this. Look at this. What about on this side? Check this out. How's that for a roof? Or a ceiling? What do we got on this side? This is better. Wow. Wow. That's pretty special. So that was then, and this is now. So the fireplace, which is right centre here, the fireplace is actually hiding in behind this terrible display that they've put in front. Sorry, no pun intended on the artwork. The artwork's beautiful, but I don't know why they go and hide it all behind this big ugly white thing. But anyway, Look at that. I've just done a bit of a, get that in the right light. Look at that. Bam. If the walls could talk, hey? If this whole building is this grand, how do you value something like that? Look at this. Look at the mouldings on everything. Dude, it's crazy. How do you paint that? Imagine the contractors you'd need just to paint it. Like you'd be up there lying on your back for, it'd seem like forever painting all these different colours into it. I see it's got a, we've got a cellar. It says staff only. Why do I feel like I want to go down there and see what's going on? Staff only. Maybe if no one's looking, I'll just go for it. We walk out of there to the hustle and bustle of modern life. Yeah, it's a shame in these buildings, mate, how they go and pull everything out and they modernise them. You see it so much. I mean, the post office had been probably changed around a little bit, you know. Let's have a look out the back just quickly. Just real quick, I want to show you out the back. The back lane is very much untouched. The public toilets are out there. I know, sorry about that, but they are. Look at this. How's the old gates? What is this? How grand. Let's have a quick one. Down here, just a real quick look. We'll go for a little jog. Is that superb or what? All built on gold. So there wasn't much going on here until 1851 when they found gold. That's pretty common, to be honest. So after they'd found the gold in 1851, I think Bendigo as a whole was only named a city. It was officially named a city in 1871. So it took, what's that, 20 years? It only took 20 short years to bring, I think like 1851 saw 40,000 people flock here. Could you imagine 40,000 people turning up to a place that really didn't even have anything going on yet? Like, just some gold had been found. Like, wow. That's crazy, don't you think? Like, 40,000 people. Get the calculator out. How many people per day is that flocking on a place that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even set up yet. It's just a bunch of tents in a field by a creek. It was called Bendigo Creek where they found the gold. Like, anyway, look at this tree. I'm not into nature, but like, look at that. What a masterpiece. How old do you reckon that thing would be? That's crazy. And this building, what is this building? It's like a war memorial. Vietnam, Kuwait, it's got written out the front. Soldiers Memorial Institute. Wow, that's pretty special. Look at that. Look at all these names up in here. Wow, it's a lot of people. The Great War, 1914 to 1919. A lot of people. Wow, look at all these names. That's crazy. Oh look, they put a little photograph there of him beside his name. Caldwell. Done it in a few spots. Tom Burke. Where's Burke? Here, TP. Yeah, it's grouse. Look at that. Back when men were men. I forgot to mention before too that you guys know I like to take film photographs, yeah? I took a couple of really nice ones at the Soldiers Memorial here using the Mamiya. So the RB67 medium format, and I'll include a couple of samples for you, man. Give me your thoughts. It's not easy to set up. It was a busy day. I think it was peak summer, so there was a lot of tourists, a lot going on. I had to try and find a window of opportunity to take the photo. But anyway, that was it, man. Tell me what you think. We're gonna go over here and check out this statue. It's across the paddock here. I call it a paddock. It's not really a paddock. It's a superb little grassland. Check it out. Who is this woman standing here in all her grandness? Right in the heart of the city. They got their waterfall over here. It's like a big water, it's not a waterfall, it's a water fountain over in the guts of town here. Victoria, Queen of Earthly Queens, 1837 to 1901, erected by the citizens of Bendigo. I gotta be honest, this doesn't look real, inviting. Yeah, not at all. And this creek right here, I reckon this was the creek where they found the gold. You can smell it. It's real, it's actually gross, to be honest. The water smells really sulfuric. Sulfuric is probably the word. It smells like sewage. Very, very, very sulfuric, sort of an acidic smell. Up here through the hills. Backside of these big old buildings. It's crazy. I don't know what these purple elephants are. Somebody's eating too many, chewing too many tablets coming up with that stuff, I think. Bizarre. We're gonna go and have a look at the, across the road up here, the Shamrock Hotel, which was one of the first major hotels in the centre of Victoria. As far as I know, it was. It's pretty big. Check it. That's it up over there. That's what we're going for next. The walls along here, like, they scream history. Like, look at some of these old buildings. Look at this one. Like, they're crazy. Shamrock Hotel, how cool is this? Lego replica of the building. That's pretty crazy. They're the doors that we just walked in. Right there, I reckon. That's crazy. There's the old bar. Marble stairs. What a foyer. It's a bit like the post office. How'd you be trying to paint all this? It was rebuilt in 1981. I read that somewhere else. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, Shamrock Hotel. I reckon I read somewhere that it was rebuilt in 1981 or something. And I think the original building itself was built in, what's it say here? Yeah, 1897. So 1897 saw the building built originally, but they reckon that prior to that a hotel always stood here, so probably like most of them are burnt down. I'm not saying that it did, but it probably did. They all seem to catch fire and burn to the ground for some reason, but this is like their gardens in the, guys, I'm really only covering the, I'm covering the very heart of Bendigo. The topic is way bigger than what I have time to show you today. But these are the key points. These are my key findings. Just some points that to be honest, I've always sort of known that these little key points were here. And I think they're special enough to share, so that's why I'm showing you guys. These gardens are, well, like most of the gardens in the historic towns, they're a true credit to whoever takes care of them. So whether it be the city or, I don't get involved with the politics of it all as to who gets paid to do what, but whoever looks after these is superb at their job, let's just say that. It looks like they're setting up for some kind of a stage show or something. They use the gardens for public events. It's looking a little bit crazy. I'll show you something here in a sec once these people go. Have a look at this. What is this? No idea. But from standing down here in the gardens, just from my angle of perspective, look at this. This is what a cracker. Look at this building. Massive. Massive. I want to take a walk up here and just check out the fountain. There's a beautiful little fountain up here. And then we might walk up and just check that building out. We'll go for a walk around and see what we can find out about it, because I'm not sure on that. It's all uphill, so it's a real workout, especially for old blokes like me. Old blokes, what are you even talking about, buddy? Not old. In your prime. Kinda. Still puffed out. This is beautiful. Look at this. What a masterpiece, mate. Got a superb view of the gardens. And then you got Puff. Remember the dragon, the magical dragon? So this is it, man, it's a school. It says all visitors must report to the site office. I don't know about all that. Doing a bit of work on it. They got some scaffs set up on the side there. Oh man, I'm puffed out walking up all these hills. These are big hills, mate. Yeah, they've got a newer section there. Let's have a look over the fence. I'm not walking up there any further. I'm too puffed out, mate. You're killing me. And then up here we've got a poppet head. But I don't think this one was ever, check it so you know what I'm talking about. I don't think it was ever functional, right? I reckon it's just a prop. I might be wrong. So that's it. And it's big, real big. Like big. Know what I mean when I say big? Big. Look at the size of these. Massive. Decent sized columns. It's a lookout. But I'm a girl guide and I'm just not going up there. I'm just, sorry, Your Honour. Sorry, not going up there. I'm gonna have to get somebody else to cover that video. But yeah, the poppet head was how they found the gold. I've shown that in videos in the past. Have a little wheelhouse up the top. There'd be a motor house, separate cables running up to the wheels. Turn the wheels. Wheels run cables up and down the mine shaft. There's no mine shaft here. Ugh, gives me nightmares thinking about climbing that thing. Nightmares, mate, I'm telling you. How's the town hall? What a cracker. See if we can get a better look at what actually goes on around here. Wow, look up the side of it. Oh, it keeps going. That's beautiful. You know, it's funny, when I was younger, I never thought I'd be interested in old buildings. It's like if the walls could talk, you know, and I say that a lot, a bit like a broken record, but if the walls could truly talk, imagine being able to go back in time a little bit and just watch how they built this. Let's just sit over here on these seats 100 years ago and watch them build this. I reckon that'd be sick. I don't know even if this still operates, to be honest. I'm assuming it does. Let me go up and start looking in the windows. Is that crazy in there or what? Look at all that gold gilting on everything. Gold everywhere. And on top of the door on the right, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like little cherubs. They're not really little, they're big cherubs, to be honest with you. Probably as big as a life-size baby. Oh, this joint's a masterpiece. Probably wondering who's climbing all over the building. I'll send the cops out here soon. Gonna have to try to explain myself. What's around this side? Yeah, it's still pretty crazy looking. It's still all pretty crazy looking. It's just a bit of a look from the other side. I'm not sure how much of it we can really take in by peering through the windows, but it gives you a bit of an idea as to what the inside of some of these marvels really looks like. I don't want to go geeking out all of a sudden on statues and stuff, but this says a lot to me. It's a beautiful woman and a miner on his knees, gold panning, probably in a creek. And it's like a memoriam of like when they first found gold in 1851. And there's some statistics on the back, yeah? Have a look. In a nutshell, it says the Bendigo goldfields as a whole produced nearly 20 million ounces of gold to a value of nearly 79 million pounds. And that was between 1851 and 1914. That's crazy. That's super crazy. It goes to show like the power of the gold back then, like the money that must have been getting thrown around, like it's everywhere in this town. The whole skyline is littered with just squillion-dollar buildings from the goldfields era. And you know what it's like, man, when you've got money, people with money, they just spend it. They don't care. They want the best, you know, the gold, the plating, they just don't care, and it shows everywhere. And the moral of this statue, to me, that says a lot, mate. To me, it says a lot. I like it. We're going to jail. What do you reckon? So yeah, dudes, this is the old Bendigo jail. It's legit Goldfields don't muck around jail. If you played up with your mining license or went out and got on the terps and got too loose and too crazy in the bars or the hotels, this is where they'd throw you. Got some cool old guard towers. It's a theatre now, I'm told, and they've done a lot of restoration to it, which, to be honest, don't much interest me, sorry. But let's have a peek and see what we can see in here anyway. Yep, can't see much. But the story goes that I think between like 1885 and 1897, 3 people were actually hung here. So, yeah, executions took place within the grounds. That's wild. I reckon that's wild. We don't have a very big standing history of the death penalty here in Australia. Corporal punishment, death penalty, executions, call it what you will. But it went down here anyway. I don't know who the guys were. It's probably a separate story in itself. It states 3 executions here. It also states that there was another inmate here that we're probably all quite familiar with, probably even globally, and that's Uncle Chop Chop. The Chopper Reed spent some time here. I wouldn't have thought that, to be honest, I would have thought Chopper would have been, like, he died not that long ago, really, and this place looks like it's been deserted forever. So it doesn't sort of add up to me. But anyway, they say that, yeah, Chopper Reed spent some time here, so I can only go by what I'm told. It looks like that sort of a joint, doesn't it? It's got that Chopper Reed documentary look a little bit. H Division or something. Wasn't he in H Division? Have you ever watched the movie? But anyway, she's a wild old entrance. Some kind of theatre, and they do some kind of tour or something of it. I'm not a tour guy. I'm not doing tours. Sorry. I don't mind supporting, but I'm just not a tour guy. I'm just not going to stand in a crowd of people, and I like to figure things out a little bit for myself. I know you miss key points and whatever, but that's part of the adventure to me, mate. How's this wall? We're not climbing this, are we? Look at this. You ready? How many people do you think would have to stand on one another's shoulders to have a shot at jumping over that? And I reckon when you come down the other side and landed about here, you'd break your legs off at the knees. Probably at the hip joints, it'd bust out the sides. What about if you do like they do in the cartoons, and we all get our bed linen and we tie it together like a big rope and we flip it over the fence and we do it that way? What do you reckon of that? And then old mate up here in the guard tower will stick a pellet straight in your ass. Teach you for being a dumbass. Oh, I'm talking gibberish. Let's get out of here. I don't like being around prisons. It's bad for your soul. How's this? Absolutely superb cathedral. It's, well, its history is probably, to be honest, the history of this place is probably worthy of a video in itself, but I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to show you what I find. How's these pictures of the story of the Bible on the walls? Look at this place. How's the pipe organ? Are you serious? And then the statues. Wow. This whole place, to me, it screams money. Have a look on this angle, look at this. Look at all the angels. They're all in different poses too. Some have got their arms crossed and some are in prayer, and that's a basic look at them anyway. The size of this place, it absolutely blows me away. Look at this painting. How's that for size? Is that a dragon? That's a busted dragon down in the bottom corner. Look at that. Fire-breathing busted dragon down the bottom. I don't know what that's all about. I don't really have a good core understanding of the Bible, but I have a fair understanding of architecture, and this is crazy. Jesus falls the third time. Jesus is stripped of his garments. It's like the story. They play the story out in pictures. These, I don't know how many of these pews there'd be. I think I said that right, P-E-W, that's what they're called, a pew. I don't know how many there'd be, but you'd seat a lot of people. That's a better shot there of that. Look at them pipe organs up there. Oh, it's crazy. Imagine the sound that they'd put out in this building. This joint is massive, massive. How did they even build that back in the day? Honestly, like to build something like this back in the day would have been, what a feat of engineering. There's like, memorials to different bishops and stuff here on the wall. I'm assuming all these guys served here. Yeah, this painting's cool. I like this one. This is an absolute work of art. Marble statues. Look at the woodwork in the ceiling up there. Oh, it's crazy. Sacrament Chapel, it says Blessed Sacrament Chapel. Superbly made. Absolutely superbly made. Well, that was pretty crazy. Who would have thought? There's definitely some architecture in this place, mate, I'm telling you. Even in the yards. Look around here. Just stonework everywhere. Look at the structure of this place. They got like, I don't know what these dragons represent, but there's like dragons hanging off the side. I thought they're not gargoyles, they're like a dragon looking thing. I'm sure super religious people would know what they represent. I don't. To be blunt, I don't. They call it a cathedral, so it's not a church. I've been here before and I've mentioned it to people that I've spoken to in there, and they pick you up on it quite quickly. If you call it a church, they'll tell you it is not a church, it is a cathedral, there's a difference. Massive structure. Even the stairs, I'm told they used to have the stairs as the main entrance, yeah? But they done away with that because of the, I don't know. Well, I do know. They've done away with it because of the hazard of it, because if you fall down there, you're probably not gonna you're probably not going to fare too well, let's just say. The footprint, it's strange too, because the footprint on the outside to me feels far bigger than what it is inside. As big as it is, yeah, but the footprint out here feels bigger. I think there's chambers within that we can't, the general public can't see, is what I'm thinking. But the grounds are just manicured. And when you drive past on the main road here, you look up at this structure and it's just, yeah, it's pretty awe-inspiring. St. Mary of the Cross, MacKillop. Yeah, Mary MacKillop. Even that's pretty epic. The way the clouds just sort of rolling by. The way this statue's sort of got that gown on it, it's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know, don't say it. I don't think it was supposed to be frightening is what I mean. Guys, that pretty well sums up my very short, brief tour of the heart of Bendigo. So I've only covered a few key buildings, a few key points in the very heart of the town. It is a big topic. There would be any amount of stuff to cover if I tried to cover all of it, but that's as far as we're going on this topic today. And if you watched this long, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, and we will catch up on the next run, hey? Bye everyone.